Okay, I'm going to reteach about area, specifically levels 3 and 4, which look like this. So area, you're trying to find the inside of your shape. And so in this one, they gave us two sides, 4 and 7, and that's all you need for area. And with area, you're always going to multiply. So in this case, we're going to multiply 4 times 7. Count by fours until you reach, count by fours 7 times, and you get 28. So our area is 28. Same with this one. You're trying to find the inside area. You're always going to multiply. Sorry, my pen's not working. Area equals multiply. So we're going to multiply 3 times 6. Could you do 6 times 3 and get the same answer? Of course. Count by 3 6 times and you get 18. So we figured out the area or the inside of this shape. And the only thing that changes is, let's say these two were put together. So we figured out that 6 times 3 is 18. So this shape right here has an area of 18. And this shape over here has an area of 28. It's not very clear, but let's say these things are put together like so. It looks like a shape kind of like this. Well, in order to find this area of this shape in green, we're just going to add these two numbers together, 28 and 18 added together. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 46. So we get our area of 46. So if you notice, what we did is we figured out the area of this rectangle over here and the area of this rectangle over here, and then we added them together. Same thing with this, but instead of the rectangles being very clear as to where they are, like here with this line, you have to figure out where you can divide these two rectangles. So I'm going to make one rectangle right here. So I'm going to break it apart. There's a rectangle right there. And on this rectangle, I see three numbers touching it. I see a 6, a 5, and a 3. My 6 here is from this point all the way to this point. So it's not stopping in the middle as it should, as this green line is. So I'm not going to use this 6 on my rectangle here. But I do know that this side is located right here, and it's a 3. And then the other one that has a number is a 5, and it's touching this side here. So I can use both of those numbers to multiply together. 5 times 3. Counting by 5s 3 times, you get 15. So this right here is 15. Of the area right here is 15. Now I've got another rectangle right over here. So I'm not done yet. Just because I found that top part, I still have this other rectangle here. And I have to find the two numbers that are touching the entire side of each side. So I see a 4 right here again, but look, my 4 is only this chunk here, so I can't use it. So not here. And once again, 6 is only, my chunk is only this, and 6 is this whole thing, so we can't use 6 either. But I can use 3 and 9. And I'm going to multiply those together to find the area of my yellow rectangle. Counting by 3 9 times, you get 27. So now I have my two numbers that I need. I'm not done yet. I can't just put 15 and 27. I have to add those numbers together to figure out the whole entire shape. 5 plus 7 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4. So my answer is 42. This whole shape has an area of 42. We found that by finding the area of this rectangle and the area of this rectangle. Now going back to this one, you could have broken it apart like this. You could have made a rectangle here and a rectangle here. Either way would have worked. You would have just used different numbers. So let's look at this one. So let's break this one apart like so. I'm going to break this here kind of like our other one, but a little bit different. So I have this kind of square looking thing here. And I'm looking at this green square. Once again, I see I'm touching 4 numbers here. I've got to figure out which of those 4 numbers I'm going to use. So I've got a 6, 8, 11, and 4. Well, I look at my 4 and it only touches this chunk of my green line, so I can't use 4. 11 is this whole thing here. It's not just this little tiny piece I made, so we can't use that one. But we can use 8 and 6 because this whole side here is 8, this whole side here is 6. So I'm going to multiply 8 times 6 to find my rectangle there. 8 times 6 is 48, so I know that the area of my green rectangle is 48. Let's change colors and partition this chunk off. We don't need to go up here anymore because we already figured that out, so we're going to go here. Once again, 11's over here. It's this whole line of green and yellow, not just the yellow, so we can't use 11, but we can use 5 and 4. 5 times 4 is equal to 20. So now I have all I need. Once again, you can't just put 48 and 20 as your answer. You have to add those together. So 48 plus 20, 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. So my answer is 68. I have an area of 68. And now I'm done. I have found the area of this shape.